Hello viewers, welcome to my channel Shraddha's Physics. This video is based on the superposition of the two waves. Now let us start with the what is superposition of the waves. Superposition means, I think you know what do you mean by superposition? When the two wave having it may be same amplitude or different amplitude, if the two waves they interfere with each other, or they will, I can say that they will superpose to each other, then we will get another type of wave. This is called the superposition. And how it will affect and what is the significance of this, why we are studying this superposition of the waves, we will gradually know. Okay, let us consider the two wave functions. Here I am writing, try to write with me. Let us consider the two wave functions, the two wave functions, the two wave function, that is, here I am denoting the wave functions to be psi1 for the first one, and it is the function of position as well as the time coordinate, and this is equal to a sine omega t minus kx. And suppose another wave, here I am considering psi2 of f of x and t, this will be equal to same amplitude. Suppose I am considering a sine, and this omega is your angular frequency. I will tell you omega prime t minus your k prime x. This is the k is the wave vector. Okay. Now one thing come to your mind, that why I am considering this as sine. You may also take it as cosine omega t minus kx, and you may take it as, in the side 2 you may take it as a cosine omega prime t minus k prime x. They will represent a plane wave equation. They are similar in nature. Similar, I mean to say that if I superpose the two wave function, then we need to get after the superposition we need to get another type of wave function. Okay, so now let us start with this sine type of wave, where this k equal to, here I am writing, where k equal to 2 pi by lambda, and you know this is the wave vector, k equal to 2 pi by lambda, and here k prime equal to 2 pi divided by lambda prime. These are the propagation, these are the magnitude. Here I am writing, these are the magnitudes of propagation vector, magnitudes of propagation vector is k, and propagation vectors k and k prime. Okay, and here this omega, this is the angular frequency omega, equal to, this is the 2 pi times nu, and this omega prime equal to 2 pi nu prime. Okay, and these are the angular frequency, and they are the angular frequency. Okay, angular frequencies. Okay, now what we have to do, these are the two wave equations, and I have to superpose these two equations. Now by the principle of, just try to write, by the principle of superposition of waves, by the principle of superposition of waves, by the principle of superposition of waves, the resultant wave, I can write the position of wave, the resultant wave will be, what will be our resultant wave? This will be nothing but the sum over the two wave function, that is psi1 plus psi2. Now if I put the value of psi1 here, that will be psi equal to, again I am writing psi equal to a sine omega t minus kx, and in place of psi 2 I am writing plus a sine omega prime t minus k prime x. Okay, now you can see that this will be a sine omega t minus kx, and the psi 2 is a sine omega prime t minus k prime x. Okay, now we know sine of, if I write sin x plus sin y, then this will be equal to 2 into sin x plus y by 2 into cosine x minus y by 2. Okay, cosine x minus y by 2, this is my formula. So if I put this value, that is, this is in the form of sin x and this is your sin y, suppose, and taking, if I will take the common as a, then this will be psi will be equal to, that implies psi will be equal to twice of a, this will be 2 into a, again this is sine of this omega t minus kx, omega t minus kx plus omega prime t minus k prime x whole divided by 2. Okay, into cosine of x means omega t minus kx, and minus y means this omega prime t, since I am writing minus y, so this will becomes minus minus plus k prime x, so plus k prime x and divided by 2. Since we know cosine is an even function, so we can write cos of minus theta equal to cos theta. That is, in place of cosine x minus y by 2, if I write cos of y minus x by 2, the value will remain unchanged. Okay, now I will just try to write it as in the form of cosine y minus x by 2. So now this will be equal to psi equal to 2 into a, I am writing first cosine term, this cosine into, first I have to write this y term, that is I have to write cosine y minus x by 2. So I can write it as omega prime t minus k prime x minus omega t plus kx divided by 2. Okay, and sine term, this will be sine into, the sine term remain as it is, that is omega t minus kx plus omega prime t minus k prime x minus k prime x. Okay, and divided by 2, bracket close. Now if I will put this omega prime as, if I will put omega prime equal to omega plus, here I am writing omega prime equal to, suppose omega plus delta omega, that is the change in the angular frequency by delta omega, and this wave vector, that will be k prime equal to k plus delta k. Okay, now I have to change my expression. So this will be psi equal to, this psi will be equal to 2a times, this will be 2a times cosine, you can see that omega prime, this is minus omega, omega prime minus omega, so I can write it as delta omega. So this will be delta omega by 2 into t minus, in place of k prime minus k, I can write this will be minus delta k divided by 2 into x, I can write. Okay, and this is multiplied by sine into, in place of omega, this is the omega plus omega prime. In this expression you can see this is omega plus omega. In this expression you can see this is omega and omega prime, both are in positive, so this will be sine into 2 omega, I can write here 2 omega, because if I'll put in place of omega prime, that is omega plus delta omega, this will be omega plus omega, that will be 2 omega plus delta omega divided by 2 whole into t. I am separating this time coordinate and position, and then again minus in place of k prime, here if I'll put k plus delta k, then this will be 2k times plus 2k in plus delta k divided by 2 whole into x. Okay, I am writing this total psi component in the next page again. Psi equal to 2a cosine delta omega by 2 into t minus delta k by 2 into x whole into sine, this will be 2 omega plus delta omega, 2 omega plus delta omega divided by 2 whole into t, okay, t minus 2k plus delta k divided by 2 whole into x. Okay, and again this is the bracket close. Now we have considered that this delta omega term and this delta k, these two terms, they are small as compared to, just try to write, they are small as compared to omega and k, as compared to omega and k. Now we can neglect this term. If my term is like, in this term you can see that 2 omega plus delta omega term, so here I am writing 2 omega plus this delta omega, it will be near to 2 omega. Okay, and this 2k plus delta k in this sine term, this will be 2k plus delta k term, it can be nearly equal to 2k, I can write. Now if I substitute this in the wave function, then psi will be equal to 2 into a cosine, this will remain as it is, delta omega by 2 into t minus delta k by 2 into x. Okay, again sine, in place of 2 omega plus delta omega, I have to write 2 omega by 2, so that will be omega into t. Again in place of 2k plus delta k, I have to write 2k, so this 2 to get cancelled, so I can write k into x. Okay, this is my expression. Since my original wave in the form of psi equal to a sin omega t minus kx in this type, so that I can write here as this psi will be equal to, if I write this total term as ak, that is my amplitude part, and this will be again ak into sin omega t minus kx. This will represent the resultant of that two waves, or we can say that after superposition of the two waves, we'll get the psi as ak sin omega t minus kx. Okay, where this ak equal to, here I am writing, where ak equal to the resultant amplitude, this is the resultant amplitude, and which value equal, this is the resultant amplitude, and its value equal to 2a cosine delta omega by 2 into t minus delta k divided by 2 into x. Suppose I am giving this equation as equation number 3. What does this equation basically represent? This equation 3, it is a sine wave. You can see that this is a sine wave. So this is a sine wave having angular frequency is omega and its wave number is k. It has the angular frequency omega and it has the wave vector k, and it has been superimposed on it or you can say that it has the modulation of angular frequency delta omega by 2 and wave vector, that is delta k by 2, that is the wave number. We can say that it has the modulation factor, or the after modulation we will get this wave function, and how much it is modulated. It is been modulated by angular frequency delta omega by 2 and the wave number delta k by 2. So this equation represents a sine wave of angular frequency omega and the wave number k that has superimposed on it with a modulation of the angular frequency delta omega by 2 and wave number delta k by 2. Now if I plot this wave, suppose this is my first wave and the second wave is, suppose second wave, this is the second wave suppose, and after superposition what we will get? We will get another wave of the form, suppose it is like this is in this form. This is our, suppose this is first wave, that is the your psi 1. Here I am writing, this is for suppose psi 1 and this is the psi 2 wave, and when the two will superpose then we will form, that is psi, that is the combination of psi 1 and psi 2. This the effect of the modulation, this is called the modulation. Actually superposition is also known as the modulation. It means that the effect of this modulation, it is to produce these successive wave groups with gaps in between them. You can see the gaps in between them. Now we'll see why we are studying this superposition of wave, because the Schrodinger is the one who postulated that when a particle moves, it means that Schrodinger postulated that a moving particle, it is not associated with one wave. When a particle is moving, it is not associated with one wave, but it is associated with a number of waves, or we can say that a group of waves, that is called as the wave packet. That is called the wave packet. Here I am writing, this is called wave packet. Wave packet, basically what do you mean by wave packet? Wave packet means these are the group of waves. This wave packet is nothing but the group of waves. It have group of waves, here I am writing, having group of waves having slightly different velocity and wavelength. It has slightly different velocity and wavelength. This is called as the wave packet, or this is the packet of energy. It means that when a particle is moving, it is associated with a number of waves attached to it. That's why it is called the group waves. Or in other words, we can say that this wave packet that we are defining, it is the result of the you can say that this is the superposition of this wave packet. It is the result of the superposition of individual waves. These are the individual waves. These are the superposition of these individual waves whose interference with one another, it results in the variation of the amplitude. You can see the variation of the amplitude that define the wave group. Suppose this is a particle which is moving, then I can say that, suppose I am trying to plot a wave, suppose like this. This is called the wave packet. This is the wave packet. This black one is the wave packet. That is the resultant superposition of the waves. And this one is my particle. This is the particle. Okay. We can represent in this way. That is the observed velocity here. This is the observed velocity, means this velocity with which the maximum amplitude, this is the maximum amplitude of the group, it advances in a medium. That is called the group velocity. That is, when a group of waves advances in a particular medium, when it has the maximum amplitude, then we can say that velocity with which the maximum amplitude of the group advances in a medium, that is called the group velocity. Okay, that is called the group velocity. Because we are dealing with the group of waves, that's why its name is group velocity. Because the particles is associated with a large number of waves, or we are calling this as a group of waves. And in case of this group velocity that we are saying, sorry, the group of waves, this is the group wave. When we are saying that there are a large number of waves associated with a particle, the velocity with which the maximum amplitude moves, that is called the group velocity of the wave. Now we can say that the individual wave, okay, the individual waves from that group of waves that travel inside this group, it is called the phase velocity. That velocity is called for the, it means that for individual wave we can say that that is the phase velocity. For individual particle we can say that this is the phase velocity, and for the maximum amplitude for which the group of wave travels, that is called the group velocity. Okay, this is the basic difference between group velocity and phase velocity. We'll discuss it later in the next class. This is all for today. If you have any doubt, can ask me in the comment section. So this is all for today. Thank you. Jai Jagannath.